Here's what nobody tells you about digital marketing. Digital marketing is such a valuable skill. It translates to everything. And if you're a business owner, if you're a solopreneur, if you are a startup founder, especially then digital marketing is important. And that's really why I made a whole career out of digital marketing. So let me tell you exactly what digital marketing is so you can implement it to your business. Digital marketing simply means you're promoting something and selling something online. So whether that is physical products, I used to sell sunglasses and rings, or if it is digital products like a membership or courses that I have that I can give to you via email or some kind of sign up link. Digital marketing is you doing stuff on social media. So that could be you running ads on Meta, or that could be you posting on TikTok. Digital marketing is email marketing. And we always talk about funnels. We love our funnels. We love our lead magnets. That's all under digital marketing. The reason digital marketing is so important is because you want to be where your customers are. And think about it. What are people doing all day long? They're scrolling. People are watching YouTube. People are constantly online. They're answering their texts. Email marketing or text marketing is also digital marketing. So we live online. And that's why digital marketing is so important, because that's how you can get to your customer. So one of the things I want you to do is look at your customer, your ideal customer, and figure out the customer journey. It's a term that we use in digital marketing all the time. There's different stages of the customer journey. So we're going to go through each of the 5 stages right now. Stage 1 is awareness. So this is when a customer actually finds you. They might find you, if you're doing a really good job with your website, in AI searches like ChatGPT. They might find you on Google with SEO work that you've done. They might see you on Instagram. They might read your LinkedIn newsletter. Either way, they're finding you, but at this point, they're not trusting you yet. You still have to prove yourself. Stage 2 is interest. So now they saw you and they're like, oh yeah, she's cool. Maybe they downloaded a lead magnet, or they subscribed to your YouTube channel, or they're going on your website to learn more about you. But best believe they're doing the same thing to your competitors. Stage 3 is consideration. There's a reason I have an entire page of testimonials on my website, because when customers are considering me, they want to see social proof that what I sell actually works. That's what I want you to do. You need to have social proof. When they go to your website or they maybe subscribe to your email list, you need to make sure that when they consider you, that they actually start trusting you. That's by giving free stuff, free education or whatever that you have, by having really fantastic testimonials and reviews and that type of thing. If you are a service provider, B2B, you could also put something on your website, like all the logos that you've worked with. I have that on my homepage where I said these brands trusted me. And then I have logos of the brands. This is the consideration stage. So they're going to really check you out a lot more closely. Stage 4, purchase. Yay! They're about to buy from you. But you have to make the stage super, super easy for them. For example, I actually mentioned this in another video I did the other day. I wanted to get a YouTube course because YouTube was new to me. And I ended up going to this person that I knew from a long time ago, and I went on his website and he had a chat bot. And I typed in there like, hey, I want to know a little bit more about the length of your YouTube program because I was in the consider stage. Crickets. It was not a live chat bot. I hate those. If you don't have a live chat bot, don't even bother putting them on your website. It was one of those email ones. So I had to put in my email address. No email. I gave him the benefit of the doubt and I waited until the next day, 24 hours, to get an email. Nothing. So it just went somewhere in nowhere's land. He probably still has never seen it. And what did I do? I bought from his competitor. So you need to make sure that checkout is super easy. If somebody is asking you questions, you answer immediately, because people want things now and people want things fast. Stage 5 is retention, or it could be reviews and testimonials. If you have a membership like I do, retention is very important. You want people to stay on. This could be also, maybe you have multiple things that you're selling. So you have upsells and cross sells and you want them to buy other things. Or if you only have one product and you're only selling one thing and that's all you do, that's fine. Then the stage becomes reviews, testimonials. That's where you want them to tell other people about what they bought from you and how awesome it was and that they need to do it too. And that is the customer journey. So I want you to write that down. What happens at step 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? And then where are you showing up for each? So for the awareness stage, you're probably going to be on social media, that type of thing. For the consideration stage, that's where we're concentrating on your website. For the retention stage, that's where we're concentrating, or the review stage, that's where we're concentrating on either the service that you provide them or maybe email marketing. And all of these pieces have different kinds of digital marketing happening at each time. So really seeing what it is going to be really important for you to make sure that each stage you're representing. All right, so how do you actually market? How do you get them in? And this is the marketing funnel. I have a freebie for you. Make sure you grab that. It's an audit for your marketing funnel. It's a 5-part audit that I want you to do so you can see where you're leaking and where you're losing customers and what you need to work on. So grab that freebie right now, cmogrowthguide.com/funnel. Super, super good thing to have. So the marketing funnel is how you funnel people into your business. So it starts big, and this is the awareness piece where you're showing up on LinkedIn, where you're telling people at a conference what you do, where you are doing videos on YouTube or wherever else that you're at. That's the very beginning of the awareness stage in the funnel. The funnel is usually looked at in 3 stages: tofu, mofu, and bofu. I don't know why. Marketers love these acronyms. So tofu is the top of the funnel, Mofu is the middle of the funnel, and bofu is the bottom of the funnel. So the top of the funnel is the awareness piece. This is where you are doing live webinars, you are doing lead magnets, you're giving away educational material, you could maybe doing some entertainment, maybe that's your vibe. There's all kinds of things that can happen at that beginning part of the tofu funnel. This whole point of this tofu is not to sell. The whole point of tofu is to get people to like you and to trust you. So especially the liking part, this is where we're at. We just want people to like us. Like, hey, I'm Andrea, like me, right? That's all it is, the tofu part. So now we're going into the mofu part of the funnel. That's the middle of the funnel where they're in the considering stage. So this is really where the trust really happens. So tofu is mostly interest and this part is mostly trust. And so they want to see case studies. They want to see why working with you is going to actually help them. This is where you're going to be talking about their pain points. What do they need in order for them to consider to buy from you? And then what is your solution? Like, what's so cool about your product or your service or whatever that you're selling that they want? So a lot of times here you can do behind the scenes content so they get to know you a little bit more. Maybe this is where you have a blog, a podcast, a YouTube series, something like that. Or this is where you are in the newsletter and you've sent them multiple newsletters. So at this point, I'm hoping you've done a welcome email series and they're actually part of you and they're starting to consider you. Now we're at the bofu, the bottom of the funnel. This is the purchasing stage. So this is where you have to create a sales page, a checkout, a cart where people need to be able to see like, okay, what do I get? Why is this important? Why do I want to buy this? And then a easy way to check out. They click a button, they put in their credit card, and bam, they have whatever that they bought from you. This has to be super, super easy. If you're doing phone calls, make it easy again. Have a Calendly link where they can easily schedule a time with you. You get on a call, you have your sales script ready, and then at the end of that call, you take that credit card. When do you use sales calls versus just checking out online? It depends on what you're doing. So if you're e-commerce, you always check out online. But if you're doing services, courses, digital products, if you're doing memberships or anything like that, the high-end stuff, $2,000 and above, like for example, I just bought a program that was $6,000 and that was done with a phone call. I had to jump on a call with one of the salespeople. They walked me through it. It was one of the easiest sales calls I've ever had. They were just so good. And then at the end, I bought. Then for the lower pieces, like all the stuff that I do, everything for me is mostly under $2,000. Everything there, you can just check out online. So why do you need all these multiple touch points? Why is the customer journey important? Why is the marketing funnel important? because all these different touch points, they make that person get closer and closer and closer to purchase from you. And they say in marketing, it takes 7 to 10, yes, 10 touch points for someone to actually purchase. So what are the skills that you need to learn in order to do digital marketing and do digital marketing well? So here's your list. How to create content that attracts your ideal customer. How to build trust and authority in your space. How to write copy that persuades without being pushy. How to set up email sequences that nurture relationships. How to create landing pages and sales pages that convert. How to analyze data and improve your results. How to understand customer psychology. And again, these skills really apply to any business, no matter what you're selling. These skills are vital to have. So this is like a high income skill, because if you're able to drive traffic, you're able to build an audience and you're able to convert that audience into clients, you're golden. So this is such a good skill to have. And I started my digital marketing career 25 years ago. I've been doing this forever. Been doing this for all kinds of companies, for e-commerce, for nonprofits, for for-profits, for service providers, for SaaS. And now I do consulting for business owners just like you. And it's really something, it's fun, which I like. And it's something that you just need to have. That skill you need to have. If you need help with it, don't forget, I got my consulting group coaching a little bit cheaper than my one-on-one. So it's affordable for anybody that you can literally come and ask me questions and I can help you with your funnel. I can help you with your customer journey. I can help you how to sell. And that is all the vital stuff I've learned in 25 years, and I can implement it for you, for your business. And so then you can actually get the clients that you deserve. And the beautiful thing is, once you really understand digital marketing, you can really utilize it for everything. So to get started today, download my funnel audit so we can see where you're at and we can see where you need help. And if this was helpful for you, check out my entire channel. I have all kinds of videos. In the meantime, please give it a like. That's how I get paid on YouTube. And also subscribe so you can stay tuned to all the other videos that are going to be coming out. And I will see you in the next video.